Hello, here's the problem number 4, and in this problem we have to remove duplicates from the unsorted linked list. So for example, we have a given linked list. And in order to solve this problem, we will need to declare two nodes. One, which I will call it iter. It will be node which will iterate through all nodes in the linked list, and another will be current. I will call it cure, and at the beginning it will always be equal to the iter itself, and it will also go through the all elements after iter, and will compare it with the data in the iter. And in case if any nodes will be equal to each other, we will just remove the node where we will find out a duplicate. So basically for this example, in the beginning we will define iter node equal to header and current which will be equal to iter, and we will compare iter with the current next. In our case it's 2 compared with 1. Since it's not equal to each other, we will just move our current from this first node to the next one, so to the second one. Iter will stay at the same place pointing to the first node. After that we will again compare iter with the node after current next, and since we see that the elements, the data in the nodes are equal to each other, at this point we will just remove this node just by moving the pointer of this node to the next node after the node where we found the duplicate. So we will just define current next equal to current next. Yeah, so in our code it will be look like as follows. So we will return node, and we will call it like remove. The input parameter will be just head the first node of the linked list. So at the beginning we will declare the iter just to iterate through all nodes in the linked list, and at the beginning it will be equal to the header. After that we will initialize our while loop until it will reach the last node in the linked list, and after that we will declare our current node which will be go through all elements after our iter and comparing it with the value in the iter itself, and it will be equal to iter as I told you before. And actually we will be comparing not the nodes but the values of the nodes, like data, and we will be comparing the elements not in the current node but after in the next node. So current next data, and if it is equal, we will just move our current next to the not double but just one equation to the current next. If there is no duplicates, we'll just keep moving our current to the next node, even if it's we will remove duplicate. We still need to Oh no, so here, since we're declaring current node, so here we need to initialize new while loop, and just after that we'll check if it's iter data is equal to current next data. If it is, we'll just change the pointer of the next. And after that we'll just move the pointer of the current to the next node. So and here we'll just move of our iter, and we'll just return the header. So the time complexity for this particular example is order of n squared, because we're using here the two while loops and the number of operations is n multiplied by n minus 1 divided by 2, and space is all constant because we're not declaring any additional data structure, we're just initializing two nodes.